Why do we follow leaders blindly? Like, why do we sometimes just trust people with authority without even blinking? You know, the ones who say things like, "This is the way," and we're like, "Yeah, sure, that sounds right." So here's the thing. Humans are social creatures. We like belonging. It's like how we all feel better when we're part of a group. Even if that group is just a few hundred people on Twitter arguing about movie endings. Historically, following a leader was practical. Back in the day, if you weren't part of a tribe, you were probably the one who didn't know how to start a fire and ended up eating, well, nothing. So we followed the guy who could light a match. But here's where it gets a little murky. Following a leader made sense in survival situations, but today, not so much. I mean, if you're following a guy just because he says he's seen a lot of things, maybe take a second to wonder what exactly he's seen, and is it really worth seeing? Ever bought something because someone in charge told you it was the next big thing? Maybe you thought, sure, a glitter rock is definitely what I need right now. Yeah, turns out that rock is just a rock. With glitter. No life-changing magic involved. But here's the thing. We follow blindly because it's easier. If someone tells us where to go, we don't have to figure it out ourselves. It's just a shortcut to getting through the day. It's like when you're at the grocery store and you see someone in the checkout line with a whole cart of stuff, so you just grab what they have and put it in your basket, hoping it works out. And then you get home and wonder why you've got 6 bags of chips, a pineapple, and an inflatable kayak? Like, how did that happen? But the real issue comes when we start worshipping leaders because they seem they must know better than us. They've got the fancy titles, the big speeches, and a lot of nice suits. And sure, they might know what they're talking about, or they might just be really good at looking like they do. Sometimes it feels like, yeah, you're super confident, but I'm not sure your confidence is gonna get me out of this traffic jam. Now here's the thing. Why do we defend these leaders even when we have no idea what they're gonna do next? I mean, you've probably been there. Someone starts talking about their leader and suddenly you're like, yeah, that's my guy, I got his back. Even though deep down, you have no idea what he's about to do next. Why do we do this? It's this thing called cognitive dissonance. Basically, once we've picked our side, our brain hates admitting we've made a bad choice. So even if we don't know what's coming, we're like, yeah, they got this, definitely. It's like picking a movie to watch and convincing yourself it's going to be good, even though it's definitely the 15th sequel in a franchise no one asked for. Sometimes we defend the leaders because, well, we've already committed. It's easier to just act like everything is fine than admit we might be in over our heads. The brain is just funny like that. But here's the thing. We don't have to follow blindly. We can take a step back and ask ourselves, do they really know what they're doing? Or are we just really good at pretending they do? At the end of the day, we don't need to follow someone just because they wear a crown or talk a lot. Sometimes the best leaders are the ones who help you find your own way, not the ones who make you feel like you're stuck behind them, waiting for directions. So yeah, next time you're thinking about following someone, maybe ask yourself, do I really need to? Or am I just comfortable being in the crowd?